Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm currently wearing my typical I'm going to the gym attire, but I did not make it to the gym tonight because I have had a night. And I actually wanted to vlog today, but I ended up deciding no, I need to focus. I'm like doing stuff around the house. I was heading to Staples first because I needed to print something and send it out. Had some stuff I needed to sign. I don't have a printer here yet. So I was going to Staples. And I'm driving down this road that's like 50 miles per hour, and then I was gonna go to the gym after. I was like ready to go, I had my BCAs ready, they were in here. So I'm about maybe like 8 to 10 minutes away from home, and suddenly the car, the wheel locks out on me. I can't turn it. The gas pedal feels like I am pressing into like quicksand or like concrete. Like it does not press anymore. And I know some things about cars, so all of the things on the dashboard just fall to zero. Everything turns off. And I am in the left lane. It's only a 2-lane, 50-mile-per-hour street, so thankfully I didn't have to like make it over 4 lanes. But I'm all the way on the left, and I'm trying to turn the wheel, and it's not going. It's stuck. I barely managed to make it halfway through the 2nd lane, trying to get onto the grass, which by the way, like there were ditches over there too, so like I couldn't go too far into the grass because I would fall into a hole in the ground. I'm sorry, I'm like cooking dinner while I'm telling the story. So I barely managed to get like halfway off of the road, and I'm still like on the road, and it's a 50-mile-per-hour street, and it's like 9 o'clock at night. So I turn on my hazards, and I'm sitting there like, oh my God, what do I do? I had one of those moments where I was like, oh my God, I need an adult. Shit, I am the adult. What do adults do? So I called my mom and I panicked to her, and thankfully while I was on the phone with her, some guy pulls off in front of me, and she's like, oh my God, don't let the man, don't, they're gonna like murder you. Turns out he's a construction worker, and his actual profession, he is a professional like flagger dude to like keep traffic moving when they're doing construction. So by some weird turn of events, a professional flagger stopped, and I gave him my flashlight, and he's like doing jumping jacks in the road, making sure that all these cars don't like stop and hit me. Not even stop, that they don't stop, that they do stop and they go, you know what I mean. He's making sure the cars don't come barreling into my car at 50+ miles per hour, because people down here drive like maniacs. North Carolina drivers are crazy. So he's doing jumping jacks. His wife is freezing outside with me, and he tells us to like get into his car because it's cold outside. Like I only wore the sweater because I thought I was just gonna go into a store, into the gym, and home. But I ended up with a broken car on the side of the road. So I call the cops. The cops are coming to me. And while the cops are coming, I'm also calling my insurance, trying to get roadside assistance. Turns out I don't have roadside assistance, but they did connect me to a towing company in the area, which was great. So one cop comes and he's telling me to like try to turn on the car. I'm like, no, literally like the keys turn and nothing happens. Like I thought it was the battery was dead, but if the battery was dead, none of the lights would be on. So that didn't make sense. And I don't know that much about cars, but something's wrong, obviously. And he calls for another cop to come. Now, both of them are trying to push the car, and they had me put the car into neutral, and I'm stepping on the brake when I put it into neutral, and then I would let go of the brake, and they were trying to push. But I hear them yelling like, get off the brake, get off the brake. And I'm like, I am off the brake. The car is literally just stuck. And then they're telling me like, turn the wheel, turn the wheel. I'm like, I cannot turn the wheel does not turn. It is stuck like this. So they call another cop over. So now we've got that cop trying to drive the car, and then the 2 other cops and me were all pushing the car. We managed to like roll it back, and then like at the tiny amount that we could turn the wheel, we managed to turn it into like this private road. And then I waited for the tow guy to come, and when he finally came, we got the car onto the tow truck. Do you guys want to like listen to me while I cook? So it turns out that the tower was from New York originally. I would never be able to tell by his accent because he had the most southern accent ever. He's been here since he was 17. Oh my God, anything that falls, like I panic now. But he grew up in Long Island when he was 17, and he was really cool. I am so done with car problems and fixing car things and doing car things, because while Sergio's been gone, I've been taking care of his car. And the entire time driving down here, I was just praying that this car was gonna make it down here, because honestly, I had a feeling that it wouldn't. And I'm very thankful that it made it all the way down here. Like imagine if I got stuck in Virginia with a car full of my stuff in the middle of nowhere on the highway. At least it made it down here and I was only a few minutes away from my home. So when he gets home, he can take care of that. I am so done with car things. I think I'm gonna like rent a car until he gets home, even though I'm under 25, so they charge me like double, which sucks. That's the only thing about renting cars that just really sucks when you're under 25. They charge you an underage fee because they assume that you're a worse driver. So I get home, and obviously since my mom was the first person that I called because I'm a baby, she FaceTimed me when I got home, and my dad wanted to see a like grand tour of the house, even though it's nowhere near done. So I'm like walking around with my laptop because I have a Android phone, so I FaceTime on my laptop. So I'm walking around, I'm showing him the house, it looks real cute. I don't remember what I just put in here. And I wanted to show him this really cute wreath that my mom and I bought the other day that's on the front door. So I open the front door and a bird flies into my house. It circles around my head and comes flying in here, and my parents didn't even see anything. They're both looking at me on FaceTime and they think I'm crazy, I'm screaming. And they're like, what are you talking about? There was no bird. I'm like, no. There's a bird in my house. There is a bird in here. I don't know where, but it's here. And I spent like 20 minutes walking around looking for this fucking bird. Sorry I'm cursing so much, but I've had the worst day of my life. Not really, but like, oh my God, it's been a day. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just finish cooking and then I'll tell you guys the rest of the story as I eat dinner at the table. So now I've got this murder bird in my house, and sorry about this lighting, but like, I want to eat my dinner. It's like midnight now, and this is not how my night was supposed to go. So my parents don't believe me that there is a bird inside of my house, but I swear there's a bird in my house. And I spend 20 minutes like walking around with a broom, just looking for it. And there's no sounds. You would think that if a bird got stuck in your house, it would be like frantic and like trying to like leave and flapping its wings and just panicking. Nothing. There's like, it sounds like there's no bird. My mom's like, no, there's no bird. You're fine. Like, don't worry about it. If anything, like, you'll find it dead in a few days. I'm like, haha, great. I really want to find a dead bird in my house. That's really what I need right now. I closed all of the doors in the hallway to make sure that like it didn't get into any of the rooms except for one, and we'll get there because I didn't realize I left one open. So it's been about 20 minutes and suddenly I see it, and it flew. Where did it fly from? It flew, where did I first see it? I first saw it in the living room. It was sitting on top of one of the curtain rods. And I was like, I see it, I see the bird, I found the bird. Now I don't know what to do, because what do you do with a bird? Like, what? And it's little. I'm gonna insert a picture of what it looks like. It's called a brown thrasher. After further research, they're related to mockingbirds. I had mockingbirds a few years ago at our home, and they are murder birds. They try to peck out your eyeballs, and they hate you, and they think that you're trying to kill them, and if you came too close to their nest, which apparently it thought that the wreath on my door was me giving it a nest. So now this bird is mad at me. It's got these creepy yellow eyes and this creepy beak, and it looks like a sparrow in size, and I'm like, oh, it's just a sparrow, it's fine. My last name means sparrow. Nope, it's a murder bird. And it's just chilling. So I'm trying to swat it away, and finally I managed to get it to go towards the front door, and it's sitting on top of the front door, and instead of going outside, it goes into Sergio's office room. And fun fact, Sergio hates birds, so of course the bird would go into his room. And now it's in his room, and the front door opens and it like closes off the doorway to his office room. So now I can't open the door all the way because then that closes off the door that the bird is in, and I don't want to go in there to open windows because I don't want to like throw the screens out the window because like you have to push them out. And also I don't want to be like that close to the bird while I'm doing all this because I don't know, it might attack me, it might peck my eyeballs out. I had my glasses on and I wrapped a blanket over my body and I'm trying to get this bird to leave. So I turned off all the lights except for the front porch light and like the front entryway light. And I'm trying to convince it to leave, and it won't. It keeps going between like the ceiling fan and like the door frame and like the curtain rod. And I also put up a sheet to cover off one part of the hallway. And then since I have all these moving boxes and unpacking and building boxes, and I put up like a wall of boxes, but apparently not all the way up to the ceiling, because the bird finally left Sergio's office room and it sat on the front door again, and instead of going out the front door where it came from, it flew back into my living room, and now it's my living room. So I'm running around with a broom and a blanket, and like I'll insert a clip of this idiocy that was happening because I was recording it, because I don't think Sergio will believe me that this all happened today unless I have like proof. I have the receipts. No, stop, just go out the fucking back. Why? Come on. Yes, 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 go out the door, go out the door, out the door, out, no, out the fucking door. Ah. No. I'm gonna open the front door because he's like really active now. He's trying to get out.
Turn off the light.
No, because I can't see. So now I'm chasing it back and forth on this side because there's boxes in the middle and I'm trying to get it to go out the front door and it won't. So then I open the back door too. And now it's literally jumping from back door to front door, back door to front door, back door to front door, and it's not going outside. It's just chilling on the doors. And mind you, this went on for over an hour and a half. And finally, for some reason, instead of just sitting on the front door, it went out the door and I managed to not record the finale. So I didn't want to invite the bird back in so we can, you know, replay it for the video. I don't want to do it for the video. I don't want to do it for the gram. I don't want to ever have a bird come into my house ever again. So managed to get it outside, slammed the door, bird's gone, car's still dead. The tow guy was actually really cool. Back to the tow story. He's from New York. I think I mentioned that already. New York, no accent. We talked about New York things and people from New York and being here. And then when we got here, he was like, oh, do you want it in the driveway? I'm like, can we actually put it in the garage? Because I'm gonna rent a car tomorrow and I need somewhere to put the car. And he's like, yeah, I can even put it on the roof if you want. Just let me know. I'm like, honestly, maybe we should put it on the roof. It can be a decoration because I don't ever want to look at this car again. I'm so mad at it. That was not okay. That was not okay. My parents told me though, that a bird flying into the house means good news are coming. And I swear, if Sergio is not standing on my front doorstep tomorrow, because that's, I'm assuming the good news, I'm gonna finally find out the date that they redeploy back home, because I'm supposed to find that out soon. So if he's not standing on my doorstep in the morning, which he won't be, but you know, for my sake, if he's not on that doorstep, I'm gonna flip out. I'm gonna flip out. I'm so done with adulting. Like, I want off of this adulting ride. I'm done adulting. I have done enough adulting. I built this table. I actually hurt my wrist and I couldn't build anything today because my wrist hurt from building this table because the screws were not long enough and they were like the wrong size, but that's what they gave me. And trust me, I checked the instructions and like measured things and no, they gave me the wrong screws. I managed to put the table together. It's sturdy, it's beautiful. You guys will see it in a furnished house tour. I built this house, but not everything. Like there's still a lot to get done, but I'm done adulting. Other things that failed this week. Turns out in North Carolina, they only pick up your garbage, or at least here in Fayetteville, they don't pick up your garbage if it's outside of the bins, like if it doesn't fit into the bins, and if it's not the exact bins, because apparently the previous owners had a different bin, I didn't even know. If it's not in the bins, they won't pick it up. I have so much stuff from unpacking and moving in. So they didn't take any of my recycling, and they also won't take garbage that's in contractor-sized bags. I had no clue that that was a thing. So I had all my garbage in contractor-sized bags because I have a lot of like styrofoam and stuff. And one of my garbage bags had food in it. They didn't take any of my garbage. So now I have garbage sitting in the garage that stinks. And it's gonna be there until next week because they only pick up garbage once a week. And the one garbage that they did take, they came all the way up my driveway to get the bin that is the one that they do take, the one that I didn't have actual garbage in. I had recycling in it that I was gonna still break down because I wanted to be less than 3 by 3. And I didn't break it down yet, but they took the giant recycling out of the garbage bin that was up the driveway, but they left everything else, and I don't understand. And while building yesterday, I heard meowing outside, and it was like raining, like really loud meowing. So I go to the back door and I open it, and there's 2 black cats just sitting outside. But when I opened the door, they got scared and they ran off. And I told my mom, again, you know, I'm telling my mom everything, I'm a child, but I'm telling my mom. And Russians are really superstitious. Let me know in the comments, guys, if your background, your family, your culture, whatever, like if you guys do like superstitious things, because Russians have so many superstitions. So I don't even realize that I do things, but it's because I was brought up with like superstitious things, like don't pass sharp objects, don't say goodbye over door frames. I can't even think of all the other ones right now. But so they said that the bird flying into a house is good news are coming. And then the black cats outside, not necessarily black cats, but just, my mom said that that's good. Cats when you move in, mice when you move out. And what do you know? She goes out into the garage. She was out there the day before. There was nothing in the garage back home in New York. She goes out into the garage after I told her about the cats, and there's just 3 dead mice in the garage. What? I don't know what kind of like weird juju magic is happening, but I dug up my witch hat, which you can't even see because it's out of frame, but I dug out my witch hat because obviously some weird stuff is happening and I'm done with the weird stuff. I'm okay if the weird stuff never happens again. I'm just gonna leave this on here because it makes the lighting better on my face. I don't know if you guys know about the evil eye thing, like that little blue eye is supposed to like keep away the evil eye, keep away jealousy. And when they break, you're supposed to throw them out because they did their job. So I had one on my keys for months. I got it like last summer. And about 4 days before I moved out, they broke off of my keychain. Like it just, the eye fell off. And I tried to throw it away, and I did. Like I didn't try to throw it away, I threw it away. It didn't, like I aimed for like a, oh my God, what are they called? Where the sewer water goes, the drain at the end of the roads, they're in cities, whatever. The water thing, my brain's not working, it's midnight and I've had a day. So I aimed for that and it somehow did not make it through one of these giant holes and it landed on the street, so whatever. So after that one, I was packing, because I left packing until last minute. And now it's 2 days before I'm moving and I found a bracelet I had that was made out of like dozens of little evil eyes, like little beads that look like evil eyes. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna put it on my wrist just for the fun of it because I lost the old one and I wanna wear a new one. About an hour later, I decided I wanted to switch the wrist that it was on. I had put on my left, I wanted to put it on my right. I touched the bracelet and it ripped into pieces. There's just little beads of little evil eyeballs flying around the floor. And I'm like, okay, now this is weird. So I tell my mom and she digs up another one. She digs up two. There's one in the car, which I think is the reason that I somehow did not die on the side of a road today. Just someone's looking out for me maybe, who knows? I don't know if I believe in things like this, but you never know. And the other one, she gave me a little charm to put on bracelets that I already wear. So this was 2 days before I moved and it stayed on my wrist. And then when we got here, we went out for breakfast in the morning and I decided to like jokingly, I'm like, I want to bet that it's like not even on my wrist anymore. Like I bet it's gone. Guys, I looked down at my wrist at the table. You guys see this ring that's right here? I don't know if you can see it, but it was like off of this clasp. There's no little evil eye here anymore. I don't know if it's focusing on the bracelet or not, but there was a little evil eye on this little gold ring and it was gone. I am on social media. Social media breeds jealousy. I get it. I'm not pointing fingers, but it might be one of you guys doing this to me, so stop it if it's you. I told my friend Jennifer about all this and she started screaming like, you need to go take a rosemary and sea salt or Epsom salt bath, whatever, like a salt and rosemary bath, and you need to walk into the ocean backwards. Just all these other superstitious things. I guess Dominicans are really superstitious too. I know Colombians are, but Sergio is not superstitious like this. But after I told him all the evil eye stories, he was like, LOL, stop getting evil eyes because this is weird. So that's been my life for the past week. And I'm gonna finish my dinner now. And I saw my friend Nihan the story just now. She was like, wow, that was like 100 to 100 the entire time. Like there was no like breaks. It just went on and on and on and on. Like you never, wow, that's insane. I hope you guys' weeks are going better than this. By the time I post this, Sergio should be home. My life should be calmer. We shall see. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble. I hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of nice just being able to like vlog in my dining room in the middle of the night and not worry about waking anyone up and bothering anyone. And I promise you, like maybe the next video I'll actually like have some makeup on or something, because like I haven't cared. Okay, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave this video a nice big thumbs up for me. Like I said, let me know about any superstitions you guys have in the comment section down below. And if you guys would like to keep up with me across all my social media platforms, I always have links to them all in the description box down below. I'm actually Jigsaw in most places, but not all, so go check it out. I feel like I've made my outros longer and longer every single time, because now comes the part where I say, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you totally should. I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I can't. Bye. Oh, by the way, I met one of my neighbors the other day, and she must have thought that I was like the sweet girl who just moved in, totally normal. And now I'm just assuming that today she saw my car get towed home, and then she just hears me screaming at a bird, running in circles. If she saw me sitting here with a witch's hat on in the middle of the night, like, I look like a crazy person, because I think that I am a crazy person at this point. I'm done. And then soon Sergio's gonna come home, and he's gonna set up a surround sound speaker system in the house, and they're not gonna think we're normal anymore.